What's up, y'all? This is Lawrence. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and actor, and I love collecting music on all formats. Okay, today we're going to talk about who's on my shirt. All right, look, it's his house right now. When I say whose house, y'all said Mike's house. Look, come on. Whose house? It's Mike's house. Exactly. This is the king. This is the blueprint. This is why a lot of y'all favorite male artists are who they are today. This is why we're not gonna talk about Sony and Michael Jackson right now. We love you, Sony, but we ain't gonna say no buts. Look, Sony, look. We just gonna talk about it later. We love y'all and we love Michael, but let's just talk about the history of Thriller. Don't ever doubt you'll be a someone. Always go for what you want. Get up and put your purpose on. Get up, feel the sunshine on your face. Believe that you deserve it all. Put in the work and you will end up far. This is my show and tell. So tell me, are you ready to get it on? So tell me, yeah. So tell me, are you ready? So tell me, are you ready for me? So tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready? All right, now, I said, you want to be starting something? Listen, this man is the most sought out artist, the most successful artist. He's been doing it since he was a child with his brothers. Nobody can match that success because of the age he started and the major success he had at such a young age. You know, some guys come out when they're 21, some guys come out when they're 15. This child was doing this since he was 6, right? And now he's here as a fully grown man. This was literally, I feel like his 360 album where something finally came full circle for him. The Off the Wall album right before this, coming off of that album, that was him kind of liberating himself as a young man, a very polished one, a gentleman. This one was like, no, you guys, I am the man. I am the man. And he wanted to thrill you, baby. He wanted to thrill you. And the first song, of course, starts with, said you want to be starting something. You got to be starting something. It's hard to get over. It's hard to get under. Stuck in the middle. The pain is thunder. Hold on. It's hard to get over. Under. Something like that. All right, look, listen. That's a good kicker, right? To start off an album, to start off upbeat, to make you dance, to make you get up out your seat, right? That is a perfect #1 opening track for an album. Now, I want to know, what's your favorite song off of this album, off of Michael Jackson Thriller? This is probably his most successful album when it comes to commercial. He had the biggest music videos. He had an impact on MTV like nobody's business. He literally broke records and paved the way for Black artists because of albums and music that came off of this. You know what I mean? Billie Jean, Beat It. Look, the next song is Baby Be Mine. I know. You remember. Now, for anyone that was actually alive during this time, and you're still with us, God bless you. What were you doing when you heard this for the first time? Of course you tell me, baby, be mine. Look, I don't know the lyrics like that. It sounded like that's what he was saying. The way he's singing this song, the tone, the range, the inflections. Darling, let it go. Look, I'm not going to do that to y'all today. Look, listen, you guys don't understand. This is why he is Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Like, we're going to get into that king of pop thing too. Now, the next song off of this album is a single with Paul McCartney called The Girl Is Mine. I wish this song had a music video, and I wish they had like a really a complimented album cover. I got to look at the album cover again, but it would have been cool if The Girl Is Mine got the same treatment as The Boy Is Mine, but I really love how that kind of played off of one another, and it was kind of intentional but not intentional. It just, that's that's destiny like nobody's business. And the songs don't really sound the same. Just kind of the same theme, but I love them both. I adore both songs. I love singing The Girl Is Mine. Y'all know I be singing the boys my hey, it's a Brandy song. I'm gonna sing it. I don't care what she's talking about. I'm going to sing whatever she sing. I don't care if she starts singing crispy chicken, fresh lettuce. I'm gonna sing it. Look, listen. Follow me though. Follow me. So the girl is mine. I don't understand the way you think. Saying that she's yours, not mine. Sending roses in your silly dreams. I think that's Paul McCartney's part. And then Michael comes in the second verse. Look, I'll catch the lyrics later, but you know, they kind of go back and forth. And I just love this song. She said after me, she never could love another. That's what she said. You keep dreaming. I don't believe it. The ad-libs, the my, like you know, those backgrounds that Michael is doing. Oh my God! Like, get into The Girl Is Mine. Get into The Girl Is Mine with Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. Please, it's platinum. It's platinum. So that's probably my favorite song off this. One of my favorite songs off this album. Right? Yeah, because my top favorite would more so be "Wanna Be Starting Something" because of the, you know, it's just a timeless Michael Jackson song, and you can just play it at any. It's just one of those anytime Michael songs, you know. So the next song off of this song is the title track, "Thriller." Do I need to sing it? Do I need to even do the dance? Thriller, Michael Jackson. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I'm sure just saying that you can see the video in your brain. That's how amazing our brains are. You see exactly. And he's eating the popcorn, right? Exactly. That was the most creative, the most intricate, the most effortless video at that time by Michael Jackson. And this is why you got artists like Chris Brown, like Usher, like Genuine, emulating that thing. This man, and again, like I said, I'm sure I said this in other videos. I'm sure I said this many times on my TikTok live. If it wasn't for artists like James Brown, we wouldn't have. So it just goes back and back and back. So, I can go on and on about it. Like, thank you, Michael. Thank you. The video was iconic. The red jacket from the S curl, you know, I ain't got no S curl no more, but you know, I got, you know, just Michael. Do I need to say any more about Thriller? Now the next song is Beat It. I remember, I think it was either Beat It or Billie Jean. It probably was Beat It. And I was with my cousin Tatai, and he was playing either Guitar Hero, one of those video games where you have to sing with it and play the instrument with it. I was so shy to sing the song, you know, the actual Michael Jackson song. I just made up my own lyrics, and it was kind of like Brandy's lyrics. So I don't know if he remembers that, but I remember that side of the family, they really liked Michael Jackson. So I think of them a lot when I play Michael Jackson too. Them, my cousin Tony, they love Michael Jackson. As do I. But Beat It. I love the way Michael looked in this video. I love the camaraderie that he exuded in the video when it came to Let's Come Together, because they would not play him on MTV. Because they can't say it, but you know, by your actions and by what you're doing, we know what it is, like, because you black. So sorry, YouTube, but whatever. That's just the truth of the matter. And he had to do something. It would have been kind of cool to see something like that happen without a machine behind Michael Jackson that supported that as well. And it's good that the machine that was behind Michael at the time supported what he did, because they were determined to get him on MTV. But still, you know, it's just a testimony to what artists go through all the time, you know, like, oh, well, you don't have the money, or you're black, or whatever the adversity, you know, whatever the negative connotation people have, don't even internalize it, because you're still great. And that's what Michael Jackson had to prove. I am still great. And this is not about just me being great. This is about all of us coming together and being great. I don't know what intimidates people about that so much, coming together. I don't know. It's kind of sad, you know. But I love that song, Beat It. Love it. Love the video. Love the choreography. Iconic, right? The next song I want to dedicate and shout out to you. Shout out to Xavier. Shout out to No Name on TikTok who was on my live last night who asked me to play the song Beat It. That shout out to you, little brother. I'm glad you asked me to play this. And yeah, I had you on my mind as I was making this review on the album. I hope you got the vinyl. Looks. I hope you got it. I hope you got one, a tape, a CD, something. You got to have it, a shirt. But he said that's one of his favorite Michael Jackson songs. So shout out to you, Xavier. Me and Michael dedicated to you every time you hear it. That's for you. That's your song, man. That's your song. Now I love Billie Jean. I love the video and the walking on the platforms, the lights coming up. Man, that's videography that's been emulated time after time after time after time after time. So if you didn't know where that came from, there's nothing that's not iconic about that song, from the bass line to the I think that's a synthesizer, to the video, to the lyrical content, to the theme of the song. Ding 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 doo doo. She was more like Billie Jean from a movie scene. You know? Like, oh my God! Look, I'm definitely not him, but I think those were the notes. Look, look. Michael Jackson stands. Don't come for me. I know that. Look, he's the king here. He is the king. Who would dance on the floor in the round? Love that song. Love that video. And I heard that it was actually true. Look, Michael Jackson fans, don't come for me. Don't come for me. But who cares if it's true? We're human. Stuff happens. So, speaking of human, since we're all in sync here, y'all feeling that infinity of love and peace? Yeah, y'all feeling that infinity? Yeah, I'm just sharing with y'all. You smiling? You vibing? All right, let's keep the video going. Look, speaking of human nature, I got your back. I got your back. Human Nature is the next track on the song, and it's definitely about, I don't know, I don't want to get it wrong, but it just seems like it was about feeling like you're in a small town, or feeling like you're in a small space, and thinking and feeling like, why do people judge? Why do people ridicule? Why do people do that? And you're just being who you are, and you're just living life, figuring out just like everybody else is. And you're not around here like, well, you think you're gonna do this, and who do you think you are for doing that? And you're this and you're that, and whatever, initiated the lyrical content to who wrote Human Nature and Michael singing it. Let me see, because speaking of Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney, let's go back to that real quick. Look at this iconic image of what could have been the single cover to The Girl Is Mine. And doesn't that look familiar? But we're going to talk about that, in our minds. Anyway, so Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney and The Girl, that is an amazing picture, right? And then on the back, you got like a thrilling kind of picture. I don't know who drew that, but, oh, Jesus. All right. Anyway, look. Who wrote Human Nature? By Steve Pecora, shout out to you. John Vettis, and shout out to you. The producer, it didn't specify who produced it specifically, so whoever, it was Quincy Jones. It says Quincy Jones right on the back, which is really cool. I don't have to just type it in and wait for it to pop up. I can just pull out the record and look at it and read it, right? So with the co-production by Michael, and so whatever Mr. John and Steve was going through when they wrote this song, they probably felt like that, like they were being ostracized, or not feeling like people were being merciful or understanding to them just figuring out life. And I feel like that's what Human Nature is about. I love that song. Looking out in the nighttime. My favorite lyric in that song is, if this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. That's my favorite lyric of that song. Love that song. Next track is PYT. Oof. Now, I heard that LaToya and Janet is singing on this record, and this is 1982, right before I think Janet went solo for her first time. LaToya was probably already doing some stuff, but don't quote me on it because I wasn't there. Now, PYT is a pretty fun song, and I remember when I was in my first year of high school, in ninth grade, we did Planned Parenthood. We did a PYT music video, and it was more so, I forget what the abbreviations we used, but I think it was for get yourself tested, just to keep people informed on it's okay to just keep up with your health and to get yourself tested on a lot of things and all that kind of stuff. But it was funny. It was very silly. But I loved performing that. I wish I had the courage at the time and the uh, the confidence to actually had sung the song, but we lips sang the song to Michael Jackson. Because I'm telling you, I always wanted to be a singer. I always knew I could, and but it just came from studying the greats, taking classes and all that kind of stuff, and keeping yourself informed and keeping yourself in that gym of whatever you want to be great at. But that song, Pretty Young Thing, that's the memory that strikes me every time I hear it, and I love that song. The next song is The Lady of My Life. Many people have probably covered this song. The most famous cover that I remember was by Genuine off of 100% Genuine. No, that's She's Out of My Life. But somebody covered The Lady of My Life. It was an R&B dude. It's going to come to me. But I remember when I was hanging out with like a Big Brother type figure at the time, who I thought was very influential for me at that time. And he knew that I am passionate about music, singing, and acting, all that kind of stuff. And he was a bass player and did shows and all that kind of stuff. I remember when I had my first talent show, when I at school, he took the initiative when I asked him to play the bass for the song I decided to do. So even though I feel like that performance could have been so much better because I didn't have background singers, but I sung what I could, danced my heart out. He played the bass for me, and I'll never forget that. And it was when I was with him, the things I remembered that he made me take note of was this Michael Jackson song called "The Lady of in My Life," and he said, "Can you sing like this?" Because he was like, "Okay, basically, if you want to be great, study the greats." He really looked up to artists like, Aretha Franklin and stuff like that. He thought that she was great. Like, he said, y'all think Whitney Houston is great. My Whitney Houston is Aretha Franklin. So he really liked Aretha Franklin. So he told me, look, Lawrence, you want to sing great? You better go take notes on that Lady in My Life sung by Michael Jackson. Can you hit notes like that? Can you do the, I love her? Can you do stuff like that? Like, it really made me take notes and just like, let me just listen. Let me just, okay, yeah. So I love that song, and it's a perfect song to close out an iconic album, right? Albums used to be kind of short back in the day, but they were full-length songs. So there's that. There's nothing wrong with having like a 9-track, 10-track album, but at least give us 3 minutes. Come on now. But this is a pretty solid record, and it made room for him to be even more creative with the music videos, making him visual, making him be in our minds and in our ears longer, even after listening to said record and opening up just to woo, 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 woo. Do y'all see that? Listen, I don't need to say no more about this album. Do I? Look, I have to go because I made a promise to, shout out to you, Xavier, to go live at 2:30, all right? Because we're going to play this album. And I know you're getting out of school, man. So I hope you're doing your homework and you had a good day at school. And let me know if you need help with your math. Look, okay. Look, little brother, I have to go. And everybody, thank you for watching. Shout out to Michael Jackson's fans. I'm a fan too. Shout out to the Michael Jackson fanatics that are probably even bigger fans than me. The king of pop. The king of pop. I get it. Do you get it? All right, we're going to see you in the next video. Check out that Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation video and also my cover songs to Brandy, Usher, and some new original music coming up February 23rd. So click the link on my YouTube page. When you go on my page, there should be a 1 RPM link. Click that link when you go to my profile after watching this video and pre-save that new single. All right, peace.